Hi, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Scotty. I miss you. Hi, Rochelle. And hi, Fred. Hey, Ryan. Hi, Aubrey. You are special to me also. Okay, so I have a few things to say about your video that you just posted. The first thing is, no, that tea looks like the Balls tea, and the Balls tea is not delicious, or tasty, or yummy, or any of those things. 2, your pipe sounds like Darth Vader. I think it would be so funny if they came out with this hearing aid that like had a little remote to it, and then once you lost the hearing aid, you could just click on the remote and then the hearing aid would make a noise. Also, today I had Saturday school because I skipped detentions, which I told you about via text message earlier today, after the fact that I didn't go because the teacher didn't show up, so I didn't have to go, which was glorious. But I didn't, while I was waiting outside to go to Saturday school, there was this guy outside wearing sweatpants and man Uggs. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Anyway, just no. Guys shouldn't wear sweatpants. Girls can't wear sweatpants either, unless they're like somewhat stylish, like the ones that go down to your ankle, that like scrunch up at your ankle but are baggy everywhere else and have like the word love or something down the side of them. Those are okay if you're going to the grocery store. Sweats are not okay at school. Another thing that is not okay are Miss Me jeans. Miss Me jeans. Everybody wears them except me, and I don't know why people wear them. I mean, they are way too bedazzled and they look like they're 2 sizes too big for you. They're not attractive, ladies. Stop wearing them. Those Rock Revival jeans, don't wear them, guys. Not attractive. You look like you're wearing girls' pants. Stop wearing them. About death. Okay, fearing death. I've thought about that before, but that was like a year ago, I guess, and it was more like I'm not afraid of death, because what's the point of being scared of death? It's gonna happen anyway. Why be scared of something you know is gonna happen? Don't be scared of death or dying. Be scared of not living out your life the way you think it should be lived out. Kind of sort of off topic, but kind of sort of on topic. I'm reading a book right now called Impulse by Ellen Hopkins, and she's the one that writes the big books that are like in poem form throughout the whole thing, and they're really cool. They're usually about depressing things. Anyway, it's about these really super depressed kids who were sent to a place where they're supposed to get better, I guess, because they tried to commit suicide, or they cut, or they're just all around depressed, or they tried to kill somebody else out of being crazy. So it's basically for teenagers who people think are crazy. And it's these 3 teenagers that live there: Tony, Connor, and Vanessa. What they do is they go and they get special treatment for being crazy, and they're in their own little world, all of them. They all have their own feelings, but they don't feel like they're allowed to tell anybody else about them, and they can't really explain to anybody else because everybody else has their own issues and they're thinking about their own feelings and stuff, and they don't want to really bother anybody else with that, I guess. And so then also they go to therapy like every day, and they have a church service every week, and they're not really allowed out very often, but the whole purpose of being there so that they can get helped. And sometimes, and I mean this in the least depressing way, sometimes I feel like I should be there, because I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, just I'm in my own little world a lot, which I told you I would explain to you in my video, and this is my video, so I'm explaining it to you now. I'm in my own little world a lot, and so I don't know, I'm in my own little world, so I stopped paying attention to everything around me, which is really bad. So like lately I've been losing things and being really rude to people, but without realizing it, and then later I realize, oh man, I shouldn't have said that, or oh man, I should have actually said something. I don't respond to people too. It's really bad. I'll just sit there and somebody will be totally having a conversation with me and I didn't even realize I'm having a conversation with somebody, and then I just won't say anything. And they'll be like, Monica? Max? Hello? And I'll be like, what? Sorry. I wasn't actually thinking about anything. I was just not being present in any way except physically. And yeah, I'm just off by myself in my head somewhere else other than where I actually am. And it's not good. I feel like that's part of my grades. I feel like that's a huge part of why my grades are so bad, is because I'm not actually there. I am somewhere, anywhere else, and it doesn't have anything to do with me hating school. I can usually pay attention really well, but I just can't, I guess. I literally feel like I have my own world around me, and then nothing else is happening, but I'll snap back into reality sometimes, and that's the weirdest feeling. And I know that if I were to do that throughout life, which a lot of people do, I know I'm not the only one that feels like that, but that's how I feel. I know that that's not exactly the right way to live, so hopefully that stops eventually, or I figure out a way to make it stop. And yeah, so I recently have been having a lot of these, not in like the not in the paranormal way. I've been having a lot of like these weird experiences where I feel like I'm out of my own body, and nothing else really exists. And then I feel like there's some sort of storm of emotion just everywhere, just everything. Life doesn't have to start sucking, nothing has to happen, they just happen. And then I start panicking because I have all these emotions, all of them, all at once. And then I start thinking about everything all at once, because right now I'm used to not thinking about anything ever or feeling anything. And then everything just like randomly. It's a storm of emotion and thought and everything. And then I start panicking, like literally shaking, crying, rocking back and forth, can't breathe, panicking. And that's bad. That's really bad. And I hate those positions I get in. And then at one point I actually sat in the corner of my room and was crying so much that my hands were drenched, the front of my face was drenched, and my hair was drenched from just tears, of like salty tears. And I would just there literally like with my hands in my hair like this, rocking back and forth, and it's like, I don't know, it's one of the worst things that I think I will ever experience is doing that, and I do it a lot. So, and it sucks, and I get that a lot. So I don't know, sometimes there's things keeping me, and I guess a lot of people, from living out their lives they really want to. I don't ever want to do that. I just do. And I can't be around people when I do it. That's embarrassing. People think I'm crazy. And then, so that's why I feel crazy. And it sucks. I don't like it. So, yep. I have this quote from the book Impulse. I think Connor said it, but I can't quite remember. I just remember thinking, that's perfect. And the quote is, "Forever has no meaning when you're living in the moment." Forever isn't going to happen if you're living on the earth. Forever isn't going to happen to you, so why think about it, you know? Just kind of live in the moment a lot. Yeah. I love you, and I'll see you in your next video.